Alright guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to react to Men Aren't Men Anymore by Financian. Let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We get you on the grind and improve your mind. Today is another special video coming from us. We're going to react to Financian. They have a little segment, Men Aren't Men Anymore, so let's go into the video and see what we can pickpocket out of it.
Yeah, so it's a short on YouTube. It's probably also on TikTok, wherever. I'll have it also on the screen, and I'll try to get the link of the short, and I'll put it in the description if you want to actually watch it yourself. But let's go into it right now.
In 1986, the female hand pressure per handshake was 98 pounds per square inch. 2016, it's 108. Men, 1986, 114. Men today, 96.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that men aren't what they used to be. Men aren't the guys today, are not the guys that settled the western United States.
Because they're not pulling the trigger and they're not taking action and risks, which is how we survived.
Correct.
Instead, they are having self-esteem issues.
Correct.
Because they're being told that you shouldn't be aggressive, that patriarchy is bad, you have privilege, and you need to tone it down.
Correct. In 1986...
So let's talk about the elephant in the room in this clip, which is basically like the handshake PSI, which I thought was very interesting. I did not know this. This is new information to me. So men used to have a harder handshake back in the day. It's essentially what he was saying. And women used to have a lighter handshake. Now women are having a harder handshake, and men are having a lighter handshake compared to what it used to be. And it is absolutely correct. We see it in the media, we see it in movies and TV shows, and we see it outside our bedroom window. We see it everywhere. Men are not exactly as masculine as they used to be. You know, it reminds me like back in the 80s, it was like ultra masculine, Arnold Schwarzenegger doing his thing. Yeah, you know, the Fairly Odd Parents had that in 1980s Crimson Chin that was like super muscular. Only the 90s kids know what I'm talking about.
Not me! I got cancer!
And now we have all these soy boys, and now we have all the, you know, a lot of masculinity is being taken away little by little, and it is showing. I'm sure of course there are still masculine men out there, but they are going downhill. And we see it through our very eyes, you know. Guys are afraid to even go say hi to a girl. And they just stare at her across in the parking lot thinking they're never going to have a chance. She's out of my league. Like, example, you know. Or guys, they don't go to the gym. You know, they're not exercising. They're not being men. They're afraid. They're pushovers. They're trying to, you know, video games has consumed them. Pornography has consumed them. Current society has consumed many of these men. And it is becoming a problem. And women, you know, in return, if you have to feminize these men, right? One thing must, you know, as nature goes, women must go a little more masculine because someone needs to be a leader, and a lot of these guys are incapable of being leaders, which is why we're here. The last dominant masculine men on earth are here to change the world. Maybe we're one of them at least. But it goes to show that this is a real problem, and it's happening all over the world, not just America. Mostly in America. America is pretty bad right now.
Yeah, 100%. And something that also intrigued me with the handshake thing is I feel like it's been more, especially on the women's side, I feel like it's more of the reason why their handshake is more firm. Not only are they becoming more masculine because men are becoming more feminine and are losing their masculine touch, but I feel like it's also because of their stresses and their anxieties, and probably also the fact that they're now part of the cog of the machine to pretty much bring the economy to where it needs to be, like how men usually are. Us men are usually the ones that go to work, do the job, get the stuff done.
We were,
keep the economy going. But now it's both of us. Now it's both genders doing that. And now with that in state, women are now mentally hurting. And so that's why I feel like their handshake is harder in comparison to men's. But men in inverse also are losing their grip because they are, of course, like we said before, they're becoming demasculinized, but they're also going through the stresses as well because there's nothing to conquer anymore, right? In theory, there's nothing to actually conquer. So it's the whole, you know, bad times bring good times bring worse times bring bad times, good times. It's that whole segment thing. Now we're in the good times now, and that brings weak men, right? And so that's what's pretty much happening. And so the weak men will eventually bring up strong men to then bring up weak men, so on and so forth.
How are all these guys becoming so feminine? It's in the food that you eat, which is full of crap, and the way we process food today is different than what it ever was before. People are not eating grass-finished, grass-fed, you know, meats and stuff like that, and everyone's going vegan. Shoot a video on that, whatever. You know, like a lot of things are, so it's in the food, it's in the milk, as I say jokingly with my friends, like, why are women so, like, why do they look so older when they're still like 5 years old? And I'm just like, it's in the milk, something's going on with the hormones, I don't know. there's a push to make men weaker. So it's in the food. It's also in the society. Movies and TV and influence. Much of it is demasculizing men. There's so many things in society that's just programming. And the kids that are going to grow up to be men now, they're being fed all this crap and they're being indoctrinated by society. So what can you do about it? Because on this channel, we try to provide some good solutions. What can you do to prevent this happening to you and your future offspring, if you choose to have any? Economy is horrible, so that's another thing. That's a whole other video. You can eat better foods. You can consume natural foods. Make sure you get foods on the earth and try to get minimalized processed foods as possible. Stop consuming porn, at least as much. If you're going to consume porn, you want to make your own porn and then watch over your performance. That's the pro tip for you guys. Don't watch porn. You make the porn. That's always a good idea. And when it comes to different things you watch, make sure you watch things that make you better and not dumber. Like She-Hulk, don't watch that. Makes you dumber. Instead, watch Predator from 1987. Not the new one, just watch the old one. Or watch like actual movies that actually will inspire you. Rocky, the good stuff, right? Stop consuming yourself with horrible things. And you want to also exercise every day, get into the gym, do calisthenics, do something, anything, walk, run. And then also get goals. Accomplish those goals, because when you accomplish goals that you set, your testosterone gets higher as men, so we can do different things to actually increase our testosterone instead. We'll do a whole different video on how to create your testosterone in the future. But for now, take these things in mind, and you want to improve your life now, because your competition, men, your competition is getting dumber, weaker, and more pathetic by the day, which means it's easier for guys who are actually on the mission to become the 1%, and then we can outpace our entire competition. This is our chance. This is the little guy's chance to become above.
Another thing that you should also do is socialize with like-minded people. Get rid of all the negative people, all the people that are pretty much going downhill, like we are saying. Find people that want to go up, and you will find your way up as well, as long as you can socialize and be with people who are like-minded and who give you the motivation and discipline to continue pushing yourself.
So there's everything that you can do, but the first thing you must do is give yourself permission to accomplish these things. Get out there, start now, make a list, set some goals, accomplish them, change your life now before it's too late. Leave a comment below and your thoughts on this thing going on in the world, in society. Leave your thoughts, we want to know. We'll like it. And in return, you also can like the video and subscribe if you've not already. You could donate to the Cash App as well. Funds go towards the stuff for this channel. And with that said, we're going to see you guys in the next video.